evening. In 2000, Ari Checkin was born with severe congenital heart defects, including tricuspid atresia and hypoplastic heart right syndrome, along with about 4 to 5 other severe defects. This required 4 open heart surgeries at University of Michigan, Mott's Hospital, before he was 18 months old, along with having to be placed on ECMO as he had gotten a clot in his heart and almost died in my arms. Ari was extremely delayed as a result of these surgeries and required every type of therapy available to us from the age of 2 months until now. He was late to every milestone: gross motor skills, fine motor skills, and last of all, speech. When he began to speak at almost 4 years old, his early intervention teacher told us that he was displaying autistic tendencies. 11 years ago, we had never heard of autism. We had been so engrossed in all the heart issues that we had never considered this or any other kind of emergency to happen to us. Immediately, we accepted this new diagnosis and refocused all of our energies to getting Ari the right services to allow him to reach his full potential and to help with the various disorders that he had. Amongst others, auditory processing disorder, sensory processing disorder, anxiety disorder, as I'm sure a lot of you parents have kids with those issues, just to name a few. In our searches for agencies and organizations that could provide services to us, somebody mentioned Friendship Circle. We had never heard of it. So I called, and we were immediately welcomed into the Friendship Circle family. This was in 2005. We have been involved in some way, shape, or form continually ever since 2005. Some years more active than others, depending on Ari and his academic needs and responsibilities. Ari is currently a freshman at Seaholm High School. He is in the ASD program, he is in the LRC program, and he is also Main Street, the only student in Seaholm to be in all 3 categories in the school. Our needs are so different now than when Ari was 4 years old and joined Friendship Circle. Over the years, certainly, we have benefited from so many volunteer programs, I can't even begin to name them all. Every single one involved volunteers. The number of volunteers that have been with Ari and our family probably range in over 50 volunteers that have helped our family. Each one is and was more special than the next, always welcoming our family and Ari and making him feel so special and so loved for exactly who he is. One of the many programs that we have been involved with for the past 5 to 6 years is Friends at Home. This program involves a volunteer coming to our house for about an hour a week as respite for the parents. However, even more so, it provides Ari the regular social stimulation and friendship that we've always been looking for. For the past 2 years, Caleb has been our Friends at Home volunteer. He is amazing with Ari and so amazingly dedicated to Friendship Circle and being a friend to Ari. The only weeks he ever misses is either if he's sick, taking finals, or traveling. Ari loves Caleb. They always walk our dog, they read, they play the Wii, they play chess, and best of all, they just hang out and talk. I am so thrilled that we had a volunteer that was only a few years older than Ari. It allowed him to hang out with a friend, not just a volunteer. And yes, they are truly friends. I am so honored to be asked to speak tonight about our experiences with Friendship Circle and our volunteers. I'm holding back tears when I think about how much Friendship Circle has meant to our family all these past 11 years. I honestly do not know where I or Ari or my family would be without this amazing organization and its volunteers. Thank you from the bottom of our hearts to Basi, all the staff at Friendship Circle, volunteers, and to all the other families that we have had the grateful pleasure to be associated with all these years. And will continue to do so for years to come. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. I began with Friendship Circle when I was 5. I loved it. I have taken part in these and more Friendship Circle programs. These programs are Walk for Friendship, Friends at Lifetown, Summer Day and Winter Day Camp, Sleepover, Teen Trips, SR Circle, Cedar Point, Tanuga, Friends at Home, Summer Fun Days, America League, and so much more. This year, because I'm a teenager, I'm involved in the Teen Trip program. Special trips just for teenagers on Sunday afternoons. I really like this activity. One of my favorite programs of all time is Friends at Home. This is where a party in the Friends Circle comes to my house for an hour once a week all year round. I have been involved with the program for 5 years. I have many special friends that come to my house. However, one of my volunteers that come over to my house for over 2 years has been Caleb. He comes every week, except if he's sick, taking the finals, or traveling. He's been there too, friend. We do things like we just walk the dog, talk about school, read together, play the league, really hang out, and so much more. I love Tuesday afternoons at 4 p.m. When Caleb comes and hangs out with me, we have such a great time. I will miss him and very much when he graduates. Thank you, Philip, and thank you, Friendship Circle.
In about a month, I will be graduating from high school. In August, I will travel to St. Paul, Minnesota to begin my undergraduate studies at Macalester College. I am more than excited to start this next chapter in my life, but I am also trying to enjoy these last few months of school and summer before I leave. I have only just begun to think about what leaving will mean for me. It will mean living without my parents for the first time in my life. It will mean taking responsibility for myself. It will mean doing my own dishes and shopping for my own groceries. And it will mean saying goodbye to many of the things that have shaped and defined the first 18 years of my life. I consider myself a lucky person to have places and friends that I get to say goodbye to. And one of those places, as I'm sure you can guess, will be the Friendship Circle. Since I started volunteering at the Friendship Circle 6 years ago, I have been involved in numerous amazing programs. I have met so many like-minded, compassionate individuals. I have seen bonds being formed among kids, adults, volunteers, and staff. And I have witnessed strangers come together to become friends. I think that if you were to walk into the Friendship Circle on any given day, you wouldn't see one frown in the whole place. In fact, you'd be hard-pressed to find one person in a bad mood. Because when people are with their friends, there is really no reason to be upset. And everybody deserves to have that type of relationship with someone. When I began volunteering there, I took part in the Friends at Lifetime program. Every week, I would go to the Friendship Circle building to hang out and spend time with the child. Since then, I have participated in numerous events and programs, including the Walk for Friendship, dodgeball activities, president's meetings, and most recently, Friends at Home. At the beginning of my junior year of high school, I met Ari. At first, coming to his house every week meant playing board games or Mario games on the Wii. It was enjoyable and a bit embarrassing considering Ari beat me every time. And as time moved on, Ari and I got to know each other. When I go to his house every week, I feel grateful. I know that Ari isn't there to make fun of me or ridicule. He is there to talk with me, go on a walk, read a book, or just hang out. And I don't care if I have finals the next day, or if I've had a rough morning. When I'm with Ari, I don't feel stressed. I enjoy the time spent with him, dishing about what is going on in our lives. Those conversations mean a lot to me, and I hope that he feels the same way about his time with me. Now it is the end of my senior year, and Ari and I have spent almost 2 years together. And it's people like Ari and relationships like the one that I have with him that make it so clear to me why I decided to join the Friendship Circle's volunteer corps. It is really wonderful that over 500 people volunteer at the Friendship Circle, and they should all be commended. But those numbers really don't surprise me, because anyone who spent any time in the Friendship Circle or participated in one of its programs can tell you that it is really just an enjoyable way to spend your time and give back. I spent many hours with Ari at the Friendship Circle at events and at meetings, and I've truly enjoyed every minute of it. After I became a bar mitzvah in March of 2010 and completed the mitzvah program at the Friendship Circle, the thought never really crossed my mind that I might stop coming every week. It was just natural that I would want to continue spending time with my friends. It's hard for me to believe that I am graduating now and that my time at the Friendship Circle will be taking a momentary pause while I'm away. But as I leave and venture off into a new chapter, I am comforted by the fact that there are places and people in this world who recognize the importance of friendship and work hard to create it. Despite whatever struggles or challenges one person might face, they deserve a companion to help them through it. It's kind of difficult to measure friendship, but when I leave for St. Paul in August and share a tearful goodbye with Ari, I think that will be a good indicator of the kind of bond that the friendship circle and everyone else in this room spends time and works hard to create. Thank you.